I'm the president and the CEO of the Durham Corporation. We are a 39-year-old black hair care products company. And since we've made a lot of money in this industry, I can teach you all how to do the same thing by setting you up in your own startup business. But before we get into that, I want to talk about a topic that's in the news. Actually, it's dominating the news right now, brothers and sisters, and that's the demonstrations that's going on around the country and in other countries, because it all falls in line with our recreating Black Wall Street. So the entire world is involved in it, brothers and sisters. So it wouldn't be right if we didn't discuss some of the things that's going on here, because we've been marching and complaining for quite a bit of time, and we've gotten very little attention. So we've evolved into something that's worldwide now, and we haven't gotten much justice either. So there's more than one way to do anything, brothers and sisters, is what I want to point out here. And what our young people are doing, you know, different nationalities and religions, they've gotten a lot of attention worldwide. But I want to introduce another way. And like I said, it goes along with recreating Black Wall Street also. But I want to show a different way that we can accomplish much of the same thing and get different kind of results though. And it's something that we've used in the past, and you all have heard of it, and that's the old-fashioned boycott. But what I'm going to talk about today will take that boycott to another level, brothers and sisters. Now, concerning recreating Black Wall Street, I've added another leg to it, and it's called BAD, B-A-D, and it stands for Boycotting Against Discrimination. And it's designed to take a more sophisticated approach to our problems in America, brothers and sisters, by hitting the people who are in charge of the policy making in this country in their pockets. And we're talking about businesses. Because when you look at the statistics that I'm about to share with you all, you'll understand how much money that we as a race of people spend in these businesses. So by all right, these businesses should be speaking up for us. Now, I know when you march and you protest and you loot and you rob, well, the businesses are going to feel it to a certain extent, brothers and sisters. But remember, they have insurance. So, you know, they're going to recover pretty quick. So it's not going to be a total loss is what I'm saying. So the boycotts that I have in mind will get their attention. And what it's going to do is force these businesses to speak up for us. And I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you how. Now, the black hair care industry and black people in America, we spend over $500 billion annually on black hair care products. That's nearly 9 times more than non-blacks. And then we spend another $9 billion on weaves, hair weaves, and hair weave products. So this is a lot of money going through black people's hands, brothers and sisters. And remember, we're spending this money with other people. Let's keep that in mind, because traditionally, we don't have a lot of black businesses in our neighborhoods to spend our money with. So these are some statistics that I want to bring out just to make a point before we get deep into it. Now, annually, black Americans spend about $2 billion on Air Jordans, $4 billion on alcohol, cigarettes, and beer, $600 million on fast food, over $1 billion on Timberlands, brothers and sisters. We buy about 43% of the cell phones in America. We spend about 23% of the money on televisions, and internet is about 18%, 21% on radios, brothers and sisters. We buy more designer purses and clothes and shoes than any other race of people. And we don't buy these products from other blacks. Keep that in mind. See, black Americans have over $1.2 trillion in spending power is what we have to understand. So we have the 12th largest economy in the world, brothers and sisters, and the other 11 countries that have more spending power than black Americans are Russia, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, Italy, India, France, the United Kingdom, which is England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, Germany, Japan, China, and the United States. But we're not going to count the United States because our $1.2 trillion comes from the United States out of their $20.4 trillion. So there are 11 other countries in the world that generate more money than black Americans, is the point I'm getting at here. So we have more spending power than all of the 54 African countries, brothers and sisters, including the 10 richest African countries. We have more spending power than all of the oil-producing Arab countries, brothers and sisters, and all the other countries in the world, including South American countries and the Caribbean countries. Black Americans have more spending power than any of these people because they are in the billions of dollars. Keep that in mind. We are in the trillions. We're at $1.2 trillion. Okay, so since we're the blackest population on earth, brothers and sisters, the richest blackest population on earth, that means that we have the ability to change our conditions because it's all about economic power, brothers and sisters, our economic strength. But see, we've gone about it a different way. I'm not going to say the wrong way, but it's a different way that I want to introduce right now. See, we play as a team in most sports, brothers and sisters, but as a race of people up until now, we haven't learned to play as a team. Okay, and this brings me to my point. So now that we know how much economic power we have, and I've just told you how much we have concerning other countries in the world, how much more powerful we are economically than all of these other countries in the world collectively, we have the power to change our condition, brothers and sisters. So it's up to us to do it. We need to unite and start working as a team and use this economic power to change our conditions. That the young people, our young people, have been marching, protesting, and getting their heads bashed in about those same conditions. We can change them using a more peaceful method. And that's by using our economic power, brothers and sisters. And I'm not saying that a show of force like they've been using isn't necessary sometimes. But I have a 3-step plan of peace using our economic strength to get the desired results without putting our children in harm's way, is what I'm saying. Now, our first step, and this is all part of Black Wall Street, remember that. It's another leg of Black Wall Street. Now, our first step should be to reach out to black people in every large city where they're having these problems with police brutality. And we want to sign these people up, brothers and sisters, to join BAD, B-A-D, that's Boycotting Against Discrimination. We want to sign them up to participate in our boycotts in different stores in their cities. Now, our second step, before we start boycotting, is to elect delegates in each city to make appointments with the businesses first and let the managers or the owners or the presidents, the CEOs, or the board of directors know how much money black consumers spend annually and how much money we spend in their businesses. And that we need their voice in City Hall, brothers and sisters, to speak up for us against police brutality. In other words, we're going to let them know that we're not willing to accept this anymore because we're spending too much money to accept these degrading conditions that many of our people have had to live in. Now, since we spend more money with American businesses than any other race of people in America, they should be protecting their most valuable clients, brothers and sisters, which is black Americans. They should be protecting us, but they're not doing it because we haven't asked them to do it. So If we don't get any consideration when we go to the stores, or if they won't give us a meeting, our third step is to obtain a permit to picket, to boycott or demonstrate in front of those stores, brothers and sisters. And we'll have marchers with bullhorns, flyers, and signs outside of the stores or wherever it's lawful. And we'll encourage black customers not to buy from them this week, for that particular week, because these businesses who contribute to the mayor's election campaigns, they sponsor fundraisers for the mayors, they help get the mayors elected. So they have influence with the mayors, is what I'm saying, of these cities, brothers and sisters. And the mayors control the chief of police, and the chief of police controls the officers who are involved in police brutality. This is how you prevent police brutality, by going to the head first. So the businesses control the mayor controls the chief of police, and the chief of police controls their officers, their police officers. And our plan is to boycott one large store at a time, brothers and sisters, for 1 week at a time before moving on to the next store. Because we don't want to inconvenience ourselves, by not having anywhere to shop. So we'll do it one store at a time. And when I say a week at a time, that'll be enough loss in revenue for them to sit up and take notice to what we have to say. And we'll have to check the laws in each city, brothers and sisters, to see exactly what we can do from a legal standpoint, because we don't want to clash with the police either. So we're probably not going to prevent everybody from going into the stores, brothers and sisters, but a large enough percentage of their customers siding with us will be enough for them to lose enough money to make them want to hear what we have to say, is what I'm saying. Because once again, black Americans with $1.2 trillion worth of spending power has every right to use American businesses, large American businesses that we spend our money with. A large percentage of our money anyway. We've got every right to use them as our spokespersons and as our protectors, brothers and sisters. And we've got to start doing that. And this is what BAD intends on doing. Boycotting against discrimination. That includes police brutality and inequality. But we're going to go after police brutality first, because that's a big issue for young black people. Now, that's our plan with this new leg of Black Wall Street. But now let's talk a little bit about Black Wall Street, because that's what this message is all about. This broadcast is all about this. It's about empowering our people and putting them in their own startup businesses, brothers and sisters, because every other race of people on earth seem to understand the power of unity and circulating their money among themselves to create wealth in their communities. Every other race of people on earth seem to understand that. And if we're going to survive going forward, we've got to start understanding that. We've been consumers, brothers and sisters, but the wealth of any race of people is in selling. You have to have your own business. And this is why Durham Corporation wants to set you up in your own small startup businesses, selling our hair care products to start with. And then, like I said, we have other things that I'm going to introduce later on in the broadcast that you can sell. Because if a person don't want hair care products, there are other things that are vitally important to their well-being that they can still buy from you. Okay, but let's look at some historical facts here. Concerning Hispanics, for one, they circulate their money in their communities on an average of 6 to 8 times before it leaves their community, brothers and sisters. Whites circulate their money 8 to 12 times. Asians and Arabs circulate their money anywhere from 13 to 14 times. Jewish people circulate their money on the average of about 18 times, but the lifespan of the black dollar, brothers and sisters, is only about 6 hours. And that's mainly, like I said before, because we don't have black businesses in our neighborhoods to spend our money with. So we have to give it to other people, is what I'm saying. We have to give it to non-blacks because these are the people who have businesses in our neighborhood. So consequently, the lifespan of our dollar is about 6 hours. in our neighborhood. So the only thing we have, brothers and sisters, traditionally are barbershops, beauty salons, and soul food restaurants. Outside of that, there's not too much more to choose from in our neighborhood. So we've got to change all that. We've got to become entrepreneurs, is what I'm saying. And I can show you all how to do it in a very inexpensive way. You don't have to have money to come up with business, but you do have to sell. That's the criteria for being a business. You are selling something. And as long as you pay your taxes at the end of the year on whatever you're selling, you are in business. Okay, and the license, I mean, I have the federal license. All you're doing is selling for me as one of my distributors. An independent contractor, brothers and sisters, but you're still in your own business and you are selling to improve the financial quality of your life. All right, so like I said, the black dollar doesn't circulate not once, and we've got to put an end to that by setting you up in your own businesses. See, because as soon as a black person gets paid, brothers and sisters, they go straight to somebody else's business to spend their money. But if you had things that black people needed, then they would buy from you. And we want to make sure that we have things that black people need. Some things that I'm going to talk about here a little later on in the broadcast. It's about creating or fulfilling a need, brothers and sisters. Things that people need, they can buy it from you. So, since we don't have black-owned businesses in our neighborhoods, it's astounding to know that we're giving about 98% of our wealth to other races. And we're living on 2%. And then we can't understand why so much poverty among black Americans in America. Because we're living off of 2% of our wealth. And we're giving 98% to other people, to other races of people. So they take our wealth to their communities and make them prosperous while many of us are living in ghettos. That's got to change, brothers and sisters. We generate $1.2 trillion in spending power. We are the 12th largest economy in the entire world. There's something wrong with that picture, brothers and sisters. We have the money, but we have no direction. We give our money to anybody that want to come into our neighborhood and sell us things. We've got to start seeking out black businesses. And that's another thing that we're going to do here at Creating Black Wall Street. We are creating black directories. We're going to show you or lead you or point you to black businesses. So now you have a choice. It might be a little more inconvenient. It might not be right up the street. But these are black businesses that you can still reach out to. You can buy from online. If they're not too far away, if it's not too inconvenient, you can go and visit them. But it's about circulating our money among ourselves, brothers and sisters, like every other race of people on the face of this earth does. And it's amazing to see how the Hispanics are doing it. A lot of them are just getting here. A lot of the Arabs and the Koreans are just getting here. The Vietnamese people, they're just getting here. A lot of Indians are just moving into this country. But they have businesses. And they're taking our money to wherever they're living. And they're creating prosperous communities in their neighborhoods. So, in other words, brothers and sisters, the black community goes bankrupt every night until the next morning. Because once again, we're giving our money away. And this is no way to prepare a future for our children, brothers and sisters. And there's no way to survive as a race of people in the future. So, another thing I want you to understand is that we are being pimped and hustled by other races of people because no one is giving us business loans. And all of you all out there, in the audience can attest to that. You know how hard it is to get a business loan. But people can come to this country, be here a few years, and get business loans, but you can't. So if there's a concerted effort to keep us back, brothers and sisters, we have no choice but to work together. We have no choice but to unite because, like I've always said, and this is my old cliche, unity creates the wealth. With unity, you don't need money. The wealth is going to come automatically when you start circulating money among yourselves. I said on one of my broadcasts that you can take a $1 bill and circulate it among us long enough and make everybody a millionaire. It's about circulating money, brothers and sisters. It's not always about spending money. You circulate it until you accumulate it, and then you start spending it. Other people know about this. We've got to learn it, brothers and sisters, if we're going to survive in the future. So, since they're not giving us business loans, the Durham Corporation will set you up in your own business. Or you don't need a loan. All you need is product to sell. And you don't even have to buy the product up front. All you have to do is collect the money from your customers and send it in, and then we'll ship you your product to distribute to them. It's just that simple. But once again, it's all about unity. Now look at these statistics. 1 out of every 20 Asians or Arabs has a business, brothers and sisters. 1 out of every 35 whites has a business. 1 out of every 53 Hispanics has a business. And many of them just got here, like I said, but they have a business. They have a business mind. They have a mind of unity. But see, only 1 out of every 105 blacks has a business, brothers and sisters. And remember, like I've always said, business is the foundation of any race as well. And business means selling. Keep that in mind. It means selling. And I know that word has been kind of poison to a lot of our people. It's been poisoned because they don't want to sell. But it's the foundation of wealth, brothers and sisters. You have to sell. You can't just buy. When you're just a consumer, you're making everybody else rich except yourself. We've got to learn how to sell. See, when foreigners open up a business in our neighborhood, brothers and sisters, they come in with one agenda. They have one mindset, and you can't take that mindset away from them. Their agenda is to sell to you. That's why we have so much problems with them. They're so dogmatic about that selling, they don't want to even give you a refund if the product is inferior. I remember a lady bought a baby stroller one time, and she took it out of the store, and the wheel came off, and she came right back in there, and they said no refund, because the mindset of these people is selling. And I'm not saying anything derogatory about the people. I'm just saying the mindset they have is the mindset of selling. And this is what we have to learn to do. I've been a seller since I was 13 years old, brothers and sisters. I started selling haircuts in my bedroom in my mother's house for 25 cents a head. I've always been a business person. And it evolved into a large corporation. But I've always had the mindset of selling, just like these people do. That's why I, being one of you all, can reach back and show you how to do it. But you have to listen, brothers and sisters. You have to cooperate. You have to find people who are going to cooperate. Because remember, a lot of our people are still spiritually asleep. Your job is to find those who are not spiritually asleep. And once you get your people lined up, like-minded people like you, I can make millionaires out of all of you. But you've got to get your people lined up first who's going to buy from you. They have to buy from you, brothers and sisters. And we know all of our people are not going to buy from us. That's understood. So you find the ones who understand the power of unity, the power of circulating our money among our own race. Find those people. When you find those people, you'll never have another hungry day in your life. You'll never look back. Because those are the people that'll take you to the promised land, brothers and sisters, not your friends and your relatives per se. There's a lot of those people close to you that you can't take with you. You have to get where you have to go and then reach back and give them a financial blessing. But don't try to take them with you, because in a lot of cases, they'll hold you back. Okay, so in order for me to set you up in your own startup business, brothers and sisters, we have several things in our store that I told you I was going to talk to you about. We not only have hair care products that sell for $30 a bottle, where you purchase one bottle and you sell 2 bottles to receive $500 a month. So that's one scenario. But we also have cell phone stickers, brothers and sisters, which is a great seller at $20 each, because you can buy one and sell 3 to receive $2,000 a month. Because remember, you're going to sell to your same 3 people over and over and over. You don't have to go out and get a whole lot of new customers. Just sell to the same ones over and over. And they're going to do the same thing. It's called unity. They have the same mindset that you have. That's why you have to get the right people. So you're going to sell to them over and over. They're going to sell to their 3 people over and over. And they're going to keep $3,000 extra coming into their household, or $2,000 rather, every month. They're going to get $2,000 extra. Now, if you want $4,000, go and find you 3 extra people to put in the system. So we don't limit you as to how much money you can receive from this company. You just sell more hair care products or more of the stickers for the cell phone. And everybody can use the stickers for the cell phones. They're not just for cell phones, brothers and sisters. They're protection from 5G. All these towers that they put up around, the country, and that's emitting a lot of radiation, and they're giving people flu-like symptoms, and they're telling everybody it's the coronavirus, but it's really the radiation coming from these cell phones, microwaves, computers, televisions, and any other electrical device, because the towers are up. So the radiation is coming right into your house. So we have stickers for your cell phone, brothers and sisters, to cut down on the radiation. Buy them, put them on your computers and any other electrical device that you have around the house. We have bracelets. These are stones that you wear on your wrist, like any other bracelet, but they protect you from the 5G radiation, especially when you go outside, brothers and sisters. If you have the stickers in the house on your electrical devices, then you're protected pretty much in the house. But when you go outside, those towers are out there. That radiation is out there. So we have bracelets that sell for $30 each. You sell 3 of those to the same 3 people over and over, and you can receive $2,000 every month. We have necklaces that we call pendants that you wear around your neck when you go outside. Well, it's the same thing, brothers and sisters. You sell 3 of those. They're $30 each, and you can receive $2,000 every month. So let's see, we have All Natural Cures. These are newsletters, brothers and sisters, by world-renowned natural doctors that specialize in natural cures. These are experts in natural cures, not surgery, not chemo and a bunch of other pharmaceutical drugs that, the pharmaceutical industry have our people taking. There are natural cures for everything, brothers and sisters, without going through all of the prescription drugs and, things that are harmful to the body. Well, these newsletters tell you how to use a lot of remedies around the house to take care of a lot of problems. It tells you what not to eat and what you need to be eating more of. Well, these newsletters are only $2 each. But you can sell these newsletters. Sell 3 of these newsletters and receive $500 every month. This is extra income, brothers and sisters, but you are selling something. So you can sell the newsletters, and remember, we have over 81 different newsletters for different types of ailments. So you're not going to run out of newsletters. It'll be a long time before you run out of the newsletter. So another thing that we have is it's a camera, brothers and sisters. It's a rear view mirror camera. It's a video cam. It sells for $60. You can sell 3 of those, and a lot of people can use those too. Remember, I said it's about filling a demand, something that people need, something that people can use. You won't have any trouble selling. You shouldn't have any trouble selling the hair care products because the beauty supply stores don't have any trouble selling hair care products to our people. But anyway, we've got a lot of other things that you can sell if you can't sell the hair care products. So the video cam will protect you when you get pulled over or get stopped by the police, because you know they're getting intimidated by the cell phones now, the cameras on the cell phones when you video. You know, they're getting intimidated and hostile about that because they're getting caught. But now the video cam is like invisible. It's on that mirror and nobody knows what's going on. And if they come up to your window and start talking trash, it picks it up because it's got a wide lens on it, brothers and sisters. So not only does it pick up what's going on in your car, it picks up what's going on outside of the driver's window. So this is something else that you can use to receive $2,000 a month. So we've got some other things coming, brothers and sisters. One of the things we have in the making is it's a soap that you shampoo your hair with. This soap, you just wash your hair with it and it tones the gray down. So those of you all who may want to change the color of your hair without the harmful chemicals of dyes and bleach, well, you can use this soap. It's all natural. And we're testing the market with that to see how many people may need that. So we will constantly be adding things to our store, brothers and sisters, because I want you all to join that very elite group of people who know the value of selling. Not just being a consumer, but selling to improve the financial quality of your life. You can always improve your finances, brothers and sisters, by selling. So let's keep that in mind. Now, another thing I want to bring out is that the money that you all will receive is not tax-free money, brothers and sisters. So however you get involved with us, we will, on whichever level, we will give you a 1099 tax form at the year's end so you can pay your taxes on this money, because it is not tax-free money. Now, whoever brings you into any of our business opportunities, before you fill out any of your forms, I want you all to contact